Over the past few years, we've embraced Nordic drama and Scandi chic. So has the time come to follow the Norway model politically too? It is the so-called Plan B option. And with Theresa May's Brexit deal teetering on a cliff edge in Parliament, the suggestion is that the Norway model could be something MPs from all sides could back. So what is it? Well, Norway's deal is this. It is outside the EU, but it has access to its markets. If the UK took the same route, it would be considered the softest of Brexits. Why? Because next March we would enter the European Economic Area, the common market of 31 member states. That's all of the EU countries, plus Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein. But why might we need another plan?
The difficulty is that MPs can't just vote against something. They actually have to regroup and decide what it is they want to vote for, because if we're not going to have no deal, it's got to be something else, and they've got to make a positive choice to support something, not just reject the thing they don't want.
So if we did end up with a Norway model, what would be in it for us? The government's own Brexit impact study found the Norway option would be the least damaging for the UK economy. Staying inside the single market would mean our goods, services and labour would all flow freely. And that should avoid the need for a hard Irish border. Remember just how much trouble the so-called backstop has caused. Sound too good to be true? Well, there would be some big compromises. Yes, it would be cheaper, but we'd still end up paying the EU £4 billion a year. The UK would have to accept EU laws. And then there's the issue that was right at the heart of the referendum: immigration. EU citizens would still be able to move freely across our borders, and we'd have no say on any of it.
The UK at the moment is a decision maker in the EU. You can argue about how much influence we've had during our EU membership, but Norway, Iceland and Liechtenstein are outside that decision-making room. They are sometimes get consulted. They do get consulted as decision shapers, but they're not decision makers.
So is it even a realistic option? It is the preferred alternative of Parliament's Brexit Select Committee. As one member put it, it's time to ditch the dogma and get realistic. But the Prime Minister insists it's not Brexit being against the will of the people. And having herself experienced the reality of all this, the Norwegian Prime Minister can't understand it, asking, why should you leave the EU if you're accepting a Norway deal? They're questions Parliament has made it clear it wants to address, leaving our MPs voting not just on the Withdrawal Act from the EU, but demanding a say after that on whether we should try the Norwegian model instead.